that you tryna go be. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Pay to kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
24 down, he's coming. Line up, go.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Now it's Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's take it inside his own 40.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Hilliard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Situation, let's go.
Lock. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Mike, let go.
Now a 1st down throw. Lock. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as a...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Dontrell Hilliard, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. 24. Don't get nervous now.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, hey, 31!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full.
What's time to go?
On the toss, here's Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's complete to Meredith. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
It's a gain of 11.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Johnson on the counter. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the Browns' 49-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up second and 12.
No. Come on. Time to go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
Mike 54. You're not ready. Time to go.
Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Browns drive about to get started, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. From the gun, here's Love. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Prater for the extra point. 7-7, our score after 1. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Watch the shot. Come.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Luck. Right side complete. That's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And the Browns first down.
Check out. 622.
Touchdown, you best.
On first down, Luck. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Try to get it to Woods. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Where's the tap? 19. 54. Rick. 26. Slide him up.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Well, the Broncos had 15 4th-down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
31. Down and go. Out and go. Out and go.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down now, Hilliard. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Luck. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down, Browns.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Looking for Woods that time, but it'll be second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Hilliard. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Luck now to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. So first and 10 now from the 30.
General West.
Now Luck. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On second down, Hilliard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On second down, Ingram. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, you're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have...
And all the way home for a Broncos score. David Johnson, 76 yards, and the Broncos have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on the first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is long. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Browns.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Luck. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Hilliard. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards on the ground.
First down, Cleveland.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And Bryant's kick is good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And the Browns first down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. To To throw is Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the run, this is Hilliard. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Locke. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
First down, Brown.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On first down, Ingram. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Check three. Christian, Travis.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Locke. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Chidobe with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Check, 59. Danny. Sign him, go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Johnson. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Don't get nervous. Shoot. Alert. Sign him, go.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Watson. That's caught by Meredith, right side. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Right there. 54. Right there.
Watson, they shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. D Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll run it with Johnson. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because
it got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Cleveland.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
On first down, it's Love. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Love. Over the middle to Smith. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's go, Mexico! Check, team, spill!
They'll look to run with Ingram, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Here's Luck. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's Tyron Smith, the all-pro left tackle, with a penalty. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now it's Luck. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back to throw, Luck. Smith catches left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The kick by Bryant is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They go to Johnson again. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Watson going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Collins on the toss. A gain of 13. It's a first down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Line him go. Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the pass. At 59. Line him go. Line him go.
Now Collins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Line him go. Back. At 59. Line him go.
They run the counter. It's Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Prater's kick is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown to see if and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. First things first here, they got to pick up the 1st down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Mike set. 19. Mike 5-4. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides.